Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie and I'm an author tuber, nerd, and voice actress. And I just wanted to come on and to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with my process right now currently. Also, why I didn't post a video last week, which has a lot to do with organization and all of that. So stay tuned and yeah, hope you like it.
Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come alive.
Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot of talking about marketing, setting yourself up for success, and how I am setting myself up for success in my new release I have coming out in November. And also for 2021, how am I plotting? How am I planning? How am I making sure that what I'm doing today pays off next year? Because I haven't published in 6 months, also I haven't written anything other than a standalone novel and a novella that goes with it, as well, and then a 7-book series. This next series coming next year is intensive and it's better than the first series that I wrote, and I'm so excited to share it. However, I learned so many things along the way that I want to share with you all, and how I am taking my mistakes, learning, investing time, and yes, even some money into growing as a writer on the business aspect of things, as well as in my craft, because that's really, really important. And the moment you stop learning in this industry, it's a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing. You stop. People surpass you, and you don't want that. So let's talk a little bit about what I did the first time I published. And I have talked about this in a few of my videos. I did everything you could possibly do wrong. I didn't have a rapid release schedule. I had no idea about marketing. I had no idea about blog reviews or tours. I had no idea about newsletters. I had no idea about, well, I take that back. I knew about newsletters, and I had my website and I had my social media pages, but I didn't have a newsletter, which I really missed out on a lot of readers and legend series for the first time. And it was just, it was bad. It wasn't good. And because of that, I didn't have a rapid release schedule. My books took over 4 years to complete a 7-book series. Now, for some people that might be like, wow, you wrote 7 books in 4 years. That's amazing. For me, however, in the way that I want to keep my readers entertained and they know they can rely on me, I know for my next series, I can't do that. I have to be every 60 to 90 days releasing a book, not only to stay relevant, but just to keep the flow of the story going and to keep the excitement for the series top notch. You want people excited about it. You want people to be hungry for the next one. So that's something I did wrong. Again, marketing was non-existent. It was basically a holy crap, I did this. I got a really great cover designer. I got an amazing editor who I still use to this day, and didn't have beta readers, just had a couple of close friends look it over that weren't really writer critiquey. So, and I put Legend Set in Stone out to the world. Now, I have since taken down and edited that book thoroughly and put it back. And I have also been able to really grow in my craft. The last 4 books of the Legend series, especially the last 3, I feel like I really grew in my craft, and I learned how to not write a series that way. So currently, learning from all the mistakes that I made all the way back to 2015, I decided that I was going to take 2020 off. I wrapped Legend last year, and I said, okay, I'm not going to write this next series that I'm working on until I have the first 3 books done, so that I have given myself some leeway. I need to re-up my newsletter, which I'm currently in the process of working on. I need to handle my business on the new LLC that I have gotten. I have some business things I need to work out there and switch over a bunch of accounts. I need to, make a marketing plan, an actual marketing plan, and, set dates and set deadlines for myself, so that I at least have to be held accountable, which is hard to do when you're self-published and you can get away with things. But if you tell people and you let people know, hey, I'm releasing this book on such and such a date, and they know it's out to the universe, it keeps you accountable to not only yourself, but to your readers, to your fans. I am about to set up an app that lets me schedule out all of my social media posts. I use Instagram, Twitter I'm on. I use that a lot for my voice acting stuff and my audiobook stuff, but I do promo books on there when I do have a book to release. I have a Facebook page and a website, and I also have a Pinterest, which I am looking to get into more storyboarding. What I usually do for Pinterest is I do more storyboard, like color moods, or like objects that really mean a lot to certain characters, so I can put on some music that I really, really enjoy and just go to that, board and just be inspired and get my stuff ready to go and my creative juices flowing. So that's one thing I plan on doing. It's a lot of work, and the thing that I have learned, I went to business school. I have pretty much an MBA. It's an MBA, but in like equine, and so in like horse business, but I have an MBA. The husband has saved my life and got me my first Starbucks in 3 months. Reunited never felt so good. But the caffeine content is like, whoa, and I feel like I'm bouncing off the walls now, so we'll see how the rest of this video goes. So as I was saying, even though I had some marketing experience, it was not specific to books, self-promotion for books, author in any type of way. So I was really ignorant on that fact. And I did do some research. I didn't do as much as I needed to. Like, I would find, like, get a promo tour going, get a blog tour going, get ARC reviews and stuff like that. I did that. But I didn't really go much past it, where now it's like AMS ads, which is Amazon ads or Facebook ads, or metadata, how important your keywords are when you're writing your blurb, or, categories and how important categories are. I want to take a course on Amazon ads. I really, really do. However, they are very expensive. And I know you don't have to spend a lot of money on ads if you get the right demographic mix, the right promo picture, the right keywords, the right tagline, stuff like that. And I wouldn't be one to throw like thousands and thousands of dollars at ads, but a little bit goes a long way and it gets you better visibility. So I would be more apt to learn to do it properly and do it that way instead of just, throwing money at the wall, because I kind of did that already a few years ago. And while it did increase my sales slightly, it didn't move it that much. So now I'm doing it seriously and researching seriously. Hopefully that will be better this time around. I know one of the big things for me that I have learned is branding. I now have an author brand that I feel pretty confident about. It took me a while to accept that I was a paranormal author. And yes, I do like writing some sweet and sassy romance, contemporary romance, but my main thing is paranormal. The main one is fantasy and paranormal, kind of a mix between the two. So I've accepted it. I have, covered my bases for kind of a theme and color scheme, and the Legend series books were branded really well. I think by happy accident, because they all had the same font, they had the same cover, everybody knew that they were in the same series. However, I could have done better naming the books to make it thematic, but each title that I gave the books had a deep meaning. And I know that some people who write series tell you need to write, thematically, or you have to have the same word, or kind of like, what do they call it, where it's like 4 words, like, for example, Curse of a Claymore. So the next book would be Blood of a Claymore. You keep that of a whatever, or of something, Heart of War, Heart of Sorrow, stuff like that. So I didn't do that with Legend, which I could have done better about, but again, each book had kind of a central theme and a feel to it, and the titles I thought encompassed that pretty well for what to expect, what was going on in the books. Blurbs. I am going to be learning and working my butt off on blurbs this year. That includes probably rewriting my Legend series blurbs. My Feathers one is pretty darn good, I think. And the novella is pretty good. So, but I was also in like blurb mode when I was writing those books, and I could really hone in, whereas Legend, it's a series, and it's like, how much can I get away with saying in this blurb without giving away the rest of the series? So now that I know, and I'm having to work on, taglines and blurbs for other projects, definitely going to be working on those. It's a lot that goes into it. Again, I made a lot of mistakes, so this is going to be a kind of refresher for me. 2021 is going to be, my second start. It's been 5 years in the publishing industry, publishing some fun shorts at the end of this year for Christmas, which is really fun, and I love Christmas, so it's just really nice to be able to just write something off the cuff and different and lighthearted and real, where 2021 is going to be completely and totally paranormal and fantasy related, with the Claymore project that I'm working on coming out. The biggest thing for me is going to be branding the titles and branding the covers. I'm so excited about that. I have to do some more research on the romantic, paranormal romance, and kind of like shifter, vampire, anything paranormal, witchy type stuff, what is selling closer to the time. Because what I have learned is I have purchased 3 years ago covers for Claymore, the entire series, and it was when objects were really big. Guess what? Objects aren't really big now, from what I can tell in paranormal romance. And whoops. At the time, I didn't think Claymore was going to be paranormal romance. I thought it was going to be contemporary, but still, I have to completely 100% rebrand the title, and the little symbol for the title I love, I'm going to keep, but the fonts of the title, like the subtitle, and the the entire cover picture is going to have to change. So I'm going to get them all done at once, because I learned from Legend it's better just to get them all done at the same time, so that your cover designer and you can collaborate in a timely manner, get an entire look going your way, and it's just easier. It's expensive. I'm really sad that I have 5 beautiful covers that I can't really use right now, but it's a lesson learned. Be careful, research, market research your covers like crazy, and don't buy them unless you are 100% certain that this is matching your insides. Because what happened to me is, even when it was still a contemporary, it still had issues, it still wasn't making sense. The cover did not match anything that was going on, the vibe that was going on inside of the book, the tone, the theme, anything. And I was just like, uh-oh. Oh no. So we're gonna go on this journey together. I know 2021 is 7 months from now. However, I want to be prepared because I wasn't the first time. And that is both me being new, me not knowing better, and me not doing as much due diligence as I should have. And I have had 5 years to learn, 5 years to grow, 5 years to make some of the best friends in the industry that I could possibly ask for, and some of the best mentors that I could possibly ask for. And they have really guided me, shepherded me, taught me things, even tiny, slight things that I'm like, yes, I need to do these things properly before I even think about republishing, publishing again. And that's why I really wanted to take this year just to step back, get my business end in order, because it's a business. Even though it's a passion, it's a business, and I wasn't really treating it as a business, and now I am. So hoping among hope that this coming 2021 will be an amazing year for me.